removed. There used to be a wall going from there to there, really dingy, crappy wall. And this little space here, you can see the carpet. Used to be carpet there, it's just compacted the dirt so much. Used to be my little shed area, and then this area in here, up to where the cars are, is going to be a built-in sort of guest room. Actually, I think we're just going to do it from about here to there, so about half of it. So from there to there, guest room, and from there to there will be me shed. Hopefully in a couple of months' time, I can do a nice complete version and show you what's happened. So the chickens were all out the other day, and I wasn't sure what had happened. I thought I'd just left the gate open, but it turns out that this pallet that had been sort of used in what I'm assuming was an impromptu wall, really rotten as all heck at the bottom. So we're going to change that. Tell you what, I finally sprung for some half-decent pliers. Combination style, and they are excellent. Funny, isn't it? I love these birds very, very much, and it's interesting. You think they're born to be basically treated terribly, and they are, like, they're treated terribly. When we went and picked them up, the guy got a little bit teary, saying that he feels bad, and he was so glad that these guys were getting good home, because they just have such horrible lives at the egg farms. But then it's funny, it's a bit like well, if we stop doing that, then they wouldn't exist. So it's like, is it worth, you know, they have a horrible 4 years and then have a nice last 2 years maybe, but that's just these guys. The rest of them will just have a horrible 6 years. So it just makes me think a lot about things. Chickens, I guess we're just very lucky that we're the dominant species. Can you dominate a species more than we dominate chickens? I don't know. Like, you literally mulch the boys. So it's just interesting, isn't it? Anyway, these guys are safe and sound now. They can get their heads through that. They love that. They peck around and all the stuff on the other side. And that'll hold just fine. Like, you know, chickens don't put a great deal of force on things. There's a rod sort of there that's pressing it against the side of the structure, and then the twitched wire should help. These guys get locked in at night in a proper secured place, so I don't worry too much about foxes. It's just more to stop them from roaming as much when I've got potatoes growing, because potatoes are actually toxic if they were to start eating on these leaves. Make them a bit sick. So while I'm growing potatoes, and you know, and also I don't particularly want them tearing up my veggies either. But while I am growing things, I keep them in. But once I'm not, I'll let them run around as much as they want. I actually quite like that as well. How nice is this? Alex Dron strikes again. My buddy Chris strikes again. Always sourcing me a nice little fixed blade once more in S45 VN, some kind of stabilized wood handle. Just gorgeous as ever. I think he's just part-time AD knives, Alex. So I don't know what kind of success you have hitting him up for a knife, but goodness me, they're very well worth it. I think I like it even more than the last one. Very nice indeed. Always regret when I get sort of fond of things that I can't just, you know, encourage you to go and buy yourself. There's a bit of a wait and it's difficult with custom makers, but yeah, he's definitely probably my favourite, I'd say. A bit worried about this young lady. She's a bit broody, aren't you? Hey, it's all right, chill out. She's a bit broody. You see, she's very fussed about me getting her eggs. So she's being a bit of a bitch, and so all the other chickens are being mean to her and pecking her on the back. So look at her, all fluffed up and angry. So it's a bit of a thing they start getting, you know, get very sort of defensive and weird, and I'm not sure what's going on. She's not egg bound, anything like that. She's just being a bit funny. So I'm going to rotate all the nesting boxes around and see what she does. Got to kind of just break the cycle, I think. All right, lady. Right. Sorry. No. Yep. Move you now. And get all these eggs up together. And we're going to change things around. Oh, she's all fussy. Oh, how dare he. How very dare he do it. Oh, I'm so upset at him. Goodness me, what a shit butt that guy is. I hate him so much. Oh, well, I never. Well. So we'll see. She's off just having a peck and that's her having a splash now. So you know what? Hopefully it's as simple as that, and I'll move things around a bit in here. She'll have to find a new nest to be bloody possessive of, and because it's hard to get the eggs, and it's hard for the others to lay when she's always sitting on there. So it's kind of like a case of she's pissed off. Kind of a case of shit or get off the pot. So yeah, I'm just going to put a box here. She's pissed off. They don't seem to like the boxes as much, but they do use them if they've got nowhere else to go. So I'm hoping that this is where she was. So this is all new now. So hopefully it's breaking that cycle. She's got so many bloody eggs. They just pile up underneath her. That's her there in the sunlight. She's just a bit frantic. Oh dear. It's like she's remembered now that there's food and stuff out here. She's got to get that mind off of the nest, and now she probably hasn't eaten all day. Yesterday I went and put some actual ground beef mince in there with her just so she could eat while she was sitting down. So so I've thrown some seed out a bit earlier, and whoa. Yeah, see, others when one of them's been a weirdo, the others start being mean to them. It's like a bit of a cycle. So anyway, see how she goes. It's about a 35-degree day today, so I usually just put some mud out for them to wallow around in, simple like that. Put some seeds up in it. Sorry, there we go. A muddy, seedy slurry for them. Got to keep it interesting, you know. Yep, she's still pissed. It's put you right out, hasn't it? Very upset with me. This is the one, out of all of them, Jesus dude, out of all of them, she's the one who's still a bit fucky looking. Like she's got a few feathers, so I think they are all being a bit mean to her as well. So I don't know. I try not to keep them separated because that's just a real ordeal to get them back from that. But I might have to separate her. Although she does eat, and you know, just got to sort of pay her a bit of personal one-on-one until she looks so much like the other ones that I can't tell which one she is again, which I guess is the best way to do it. Cool. So yeah, I'm starting to be able to. She's still pissed off. Starting to be able to pull some big ass cucumbers out of my plants. I've been eating basically a cucumber a day lately just because you've got so many, but you sort of leave them on the vine until you want to take them, because then some zucchinis growing in here, you know, pretty cool. But yeah, I leave them on the vine until I'm actually wanting to eat them, because it basically keeps them, doesn't it, you know? A couple of zucchinis, a couple more zucchinis over here. So cucumber and zucchini all mixed in. Here's a big old, that's a cuke again. Zucchini's a little bit later, so the flowers have just started to fold, and hopefully they're all fertilised. Lots of ants and pollinators in there.
Hey Pete, what are you doing?
I'm playing the Chocobo Catcher mini game in Final Fantasy X, which is there's a trio of absolutely horrible mini games in this game that you need to do to get the best stuff. There's this one, there's the lightning dodging game, and there's the butterfly forest game. And what you have to do is get balloons while getting not hit by these fucking birds that just fly out of nowhere, right?
Well, maybe this time. I mean, the last 6 hours have been very fruitful, so...
Because what you need to do is the balloons
the balloons take 3 seconds off your time, and the birds add 3, and your total time needs to be 0 seconds to get what I'm after. And right now, my best time is, I'll show you. So this is, it's only got 6 balloons, I hit by 1 bird, so my time's 24 seconds. So that's no fucking good at all, right? My best time ever is 0.9 seconds, which was like about 6 hours ago, and I haven't got any better than that since. And it doesn't
Maybe
help,
this time.
it doesn't help that the bird drives like a fucking shopping cart full of like crackheads, and the birds have the hitbox of the bird is about 3 feet wide, and the Chocobo you're riding just does not want to catch the balloons at all. It like slaloms through them. And when I'm not playing this game, I'm basically reading fan fiction about how the people who made this game should be killed and basically kicked to death and thrown into the sea, because this game is the most fucked thing ever. I've got through this game once in my whole life, and it was when I was 14, and then my girlfriend at the time deleted my game save file because she thought I was playing it too much. So please don't do that.
I was just thinking I could totally do that.
Yeah.